My advice for a 20-year-old starting out wholesaling in 2022. Guys, it's Rick in here with Flip with Rick, and you know what to do to continue to receive the absolute best wholesaling information on the internet today. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to continue to get this great information. So, those of you who don't know me, my name is Rick Ginn, and I've been in wholesaling all the way back since 2003. And I've been doing this for 19 years. I am an active wholesaler today. I work with my son, Zach, and we have a 7-figure flipping business, and I absolutely love what I do. Most people don't know this, but I made the conversion to do wholesaling after working let's go back, doing a college and doing exactly what my parents did. It got me nowhere. To be honest with you, it got me in and over debt. And I knew there had to be a better way. And I found wholesaling by accident, like a lot of you guys are watching this video. And I decided I was going to go all in. I haven't looked back in 19 years, and it was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. And this video is to inspire you if you're even thinking about wholesaling or like, Rick, what can I do? This is a powerful video because I'm going to tell you what I would do today if you're 20 in the business. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And the first thing I want to talk to is, people always ask me, is wholesaling real? 100%. It is the fastest way to acquire wealth through real estate that I know of. And I've personally done this, and I still do it today. What happens is most people start out wholesaling because you can generate tons of cash quick. And that's what most people need to prove the point of concept. And that's what I'm explaining to you. All you have to do is master wholesaling. You do not have to master everything under the umbrella in real estate investing. Wholesaling is the gateway to becoming the most complete investor. Most people start out in wholesaling and they work their way up. But here's the key. You never stop wholesaling. So this is a skill set that will build a foundation forever for you. So I started out wholesaling, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do today with my 19 years experience, and hopefully I can refortify why wholesaling is the best option for you if that's what you're interested in. And I'm going to teach you from my past mistakes so you don't have to make the same one. Let's first of all talk about wholesaling. To be honest with you, you have to make a commitment to do it. There is no dipping your toes in the water in wholesaling. Anytime I see somebody struggling, they're just kind of doing it. So if you ever kind of done something, it just doesn't work. You have to be committed. You have to burn the bridges. There is no plan B. There is no plan C. Why do I say that? Because you will hit struggles. Guys, this is real work, but the payoff is huge. So I want you to understand you got to get in your mind and you got to get it right. So many people I see, they jump in the mechanics, which I'm going to go through is you got to set that mentality. You have to go all in. You can't back out. So I'm going to give you a couple little tips and tricks on how to be 100% committed in wholesaling. And then we're going to jump right in step by step what to do if I'm starting out 20 years old. And I'm going to go back in time for you. Number one, do not take any advice from someone's shoes you do not want to be in. So guys, stop listening to what everybody tells you. They said, or I heard, stuff like that. Make sure you prove it up. Most people talk. Actions talk louder than words. You understand that? So if you're going to take advice, so if you're taking advice from Rick Ginn, hey, Rick, prove it up. I've been doing this 19 years. I have put hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of checks on the internet to show everyone. I show my HUDs. You guys know Zach works with me on the business. You guys know we're working on deals every day, and I'm happy to prove it up. And this is why we use this channel to show you we're actively doing the business. Why is that important? Because if you're not active in the business and you're just doing coaching, you're not doing a business, it's really tough to stay ahead of what's going on. What I did in 2003, so much has changed all the way going into 2022. Make sure whoever you're taking advice from, and by the way, this works for anything, is make sure you want to be in their shoes. So if you want to be in my shoes, say you want to be in Zach's shoes, I'm telling you right now, prove it up. The best way to get started is prove me up. And you guys just go through our 500 plus videos on YouTube, whatever you need to do, and you'll see this is what I do. It's every day. We're giving you real deal examples. I love this business. I want to share the passion with you, and you can, guys, I just get really excited about it. before we get into the mechanics of it, if you guys go over to freewholesaling.com, that's freewholesaling.com, I teach you step by step how to do wholesaling, how to get started. And we have the only course available online that's 100% free. And it's the most content-rich course available. It's my 19 years experience. Hopefully you'll take advice from me. You guys know I do it. I got 19-year experience, run a 7-figure wholesaling operation, and just go through the videos. You can prove it up. If anybody has a question, just hit it up in the comments. This is what I do. The next thing is, guys, just limit your distractions. If you can limit that TV down, if you can use social media for wholesaling instead of social media using you, and we'll get into that when we go in there, but you've got to limit your distractions, because if you remain focused on wholesaling, it will work. If you always have distractions coming at you and bombarding you, then it's a real challenge. I'm getting into it, but the last thing I got to go over to you is you are going to have a lot of naysayers. You are doing what nobody else has the guts to do. And I had to fight this when I was 33. My wife was on board, and I think everybody else was against me. So this is just when I had little kids, and I had to make a change because I was so tired of doing it the old way. It just wasn't going to work. If your mother and father tell you, hey, it's risky, you should get a regular job, that's scary, they're just trying to protect you. And I want you to do is you just still love them, but please do not take that advice unless you want to be in your parents' exact same financial position. I tried it. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. So you're probably watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in wholesaling. Make sure you understand that your family loves you and they're trying to protect you, but they're giving you really bad advice, because what's your alternative? You can do it exactly the way they did it, and you're going to wind up in the same boat. And that's why you're watching this video. You are in control. You need to focus. Let's move into what I would do if I was 20 and now I'm starting in wholesaling. So I already got my mindset right. You have to go all in. So program yourself. They always say surround yourself with the 5 people you spend the most time with will determine your financial status. Well, guess what? That includes talking to people like myself on the internet. Use Flip with Rick as a tool. Look at the 500 plus videos. Go to freewholesaling.com, and that will surround you with people that want to support you. Because guys, I'm not charging for this. I truly want it to work for you, but you got to go through the modules and learn how to do it. So I would be one of the people you surround yourself. Find people in your area, but the internet, you can find anybody anywhere. Just make sure you are connecting with people that are real and actually doing the business. So there's a difference between active people and people when they're selling you a product, because when you buy a product in coaching, it doesn't guarantee your success. And just make sure if you're going to buy something from one, you make sure they prove it up for you. You guys are all in. You got your game ready. Let's get into it. So the first thing, when you get started in wholesaling, you'll hear the word marketing a lot. You will become an expert at marketing. There is no way around it. You cannot be a successful wholesaler without having the marketing. So the most important thing in marketing is having a plan. If you do not have a marketing plan, you do not have a plan, and I guarantee you 100% failure. If you just got started in marketing or you're looking to do it, how do I do a marketing plan? Simple, guys. You just spell it out. Start with a white piece of notebook paper. You can use a Google Sheet, whatever you want to do, and come up with a plan. You're going to come up on how often you market, what your budget is, and you can look at it weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually, and yearly, and it's that simple. The marketing plan is one simple goal: to keep you on track and keep you consistent. The biggest problem I had early in my career was being consistent in marketing. So if you're starting out in marketing and you're on a limited budget, is you don't have a posse around you. You don't have 4 or 5 people working for you. So you're going to be wearing a lot of hats. So when you start the marketing and you start getting deals and going on appointments, it's going to be your human nature to stop marketing. The job of the marketing plan is to keep you on track. You have to have a plan. Make the plan simple, make sure it's achievable, and make sure it makes you uncomfortable. And if you write it out and you post that marketing plan, you have to commit to follow it. And if you don't follow it, you got to ask yourself, are you truly committed to the wholesaling? Understanding the marketing plan, start drawing it out, come up with your budget, You'll learn the cost associated with everything, guys. Freewholesaling.com. We teach you everything on how to do this in detail. We have a marketing plan. The next thing is you have to choose your medium for delivering your message to your prospects. So what do I mean by medium? It's simply, are you going to send them direct mail? Are you going to cold call them? Are you going to text them? How are you going to do it? And I always tell people is choose a medium you are most confident in, because confidence is the muscle that will help you build in wholesaling. How do you get confidence? You start with your marketing plan, you choose the medium you want to do, and you go with it. If you do not like cold calling, do not start out cold calling, because you're most likely going to fail. If you love cold calling and maybe you're from another industry and you love doing that, then dive into it. Go crazy with it. Have fun with it. You have to do it yourself for, in my opinion, at least 90 days before you can outsource it to a third party. Why? Because you're on a limited budget and you got to get the best results. And there's no better way than diving in. I tried doing it the other way when I started, and that's where I failed miserably. So if I'm starting over, I'm telling you, whatever I'm doing personally for 90 days. And then I'm going to decide if I can scale it or continue it. So you got lots of choices. As I said, you got texting, cold calling. Guys, you got like direct mail. You have door knocking. If you like going out and knocking on doors, there's no faster way to get a deal. The one thing that is so overlooked is the method called driving for dollars. And it's simply getting in your car and collecting hundreds and hundreds of addresses of properties that look like they have issues. Not look like, that actually have issues. High grown grass, whatever it is. To be honest with you, these are the properties that you want to buy. You want to buy them from motivated sellers. And driving for dollars, in my opinion, is one of the fastest ways to build a massive list for the least amount of cost. It's going to cost you some time and some gas in your car. Don't do it last, do it first. So driving for dollars is amazing. We got our mind right. We got our marketing plan. You've chosen your medium. Here's the rule on the medium. Choose one medium you're most confident with and master it before you keep adding on other layers for it. You know why? Because if you get too many things, if you're trying texting, you're trying cold calling, you're trying door knocking, and maybe you want to do a little bit of direct mail, you'll do a little bit of each and you're not going to be very good at it. Master one first and then add on to them. It's definitely a learning experience. Too many investors try to do too many things at once. I'm telling you, find the one that you think you're going to have the most amount of success with and deep dive into it. If it takes you 90 days, 120 days, whatever it is, if it takes you a year, stick to it. Don't add on like 9 different things, because it's going to be so time consuming and you're going to lose focus. Laser focus is the key. The best way to do it is pick one medium source. So now we have our source. The next thing is you've got to pick your list. I will tell you right now, hands down, all the lists out there available are the ones that everybody has available to them. So you have a couple choices. So you can use a service to get your data. We use listrei.com. It's the best way to gather the data for the least amount of money. You get up to 10,000 prospects. When I started out, I paid a fortune for these lists. I'm amazed how you can get a CRM and everything wrapped up. If you guys go to listrei.com, you get a 7-day free trial version. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We use this in our business, and it has been one of the most significant changes for the better in our business since that technology came available. You can use that list right off the bat, and it's a very, very reasonable. It's, to me, the most cost-effective way to do it. And here's the biggest part. It saves you a ton of time. The next one is, I'm going to go with any offline list I can get. What's an offline list? A list that you can't quite get online and you got to go out and manually scrape. Probates are my favorite. The other one, as I said, on evictions, you can do third-party liens. So any court-appointed lead, yes, you can include foreclosures and pre-foreclosures, understanding those get the most activity. And if you're going to do that, and I'm 20 years old today, I'm going door knocking. So you got to have guts in this business. And if you can just get your first deals done and completed, your confidence will shoot through the roof. You need to do a proof of concept with you, and that's what I'm teaching you to go through. Getting the lists are critical. If you randomly say something different every time and you react to every customer, you will probably get destroyed in this part. You want to get sales training. The easiest way to do it, if I'm 20 years old, I'm going to start practicing on people I have no idea if I can even get a deal before I start paying for leads. How do I do that? Go to Zillow.com, find FSBO leads, Craigslist, and just start calling people and practice your gab. Go to freewholesaling.com. We have all the scripts. Everything's laid out for you. Guys, practice, practice, practice makes perfect. And you keep it really simple. You have one script. You get really comfortable with it. You get it memorized, and you learn how to pivot on different topics when they come up, particularly on objections. There's only 5 objections you're going to get. We teach it to you all at freewholesaling.com. Learn them, master them. And then what I want you to do is grab a family member, grab a friend, a partner, whatever it is, and constantly practice your conversation. So sales and wholesaling is about consistency, and it's about really good conversations. And if you have the ability to connect with people, if your friends tell you, go, man, dude, you have this persona about you, you can connect with people. That's what people always told me. And I was okay at sales, but I was a little intimidated when I first did wholesaling. Looking back on it now, my gift is the ability to connect with people. So if you have that gift to connect with people, you're in the right place. I'm just telling you, this isn't like selling a car. You're there to solve problems, collect data, give them options, and find a win-win for everybody involved. If that's sales, knock yourself out. The key here is get uncomfortable, and you have to practice thousands of times. I'm not kidding you. Practice your script at first, then get somebody on here. This is what you need to do. The more conversations you have, the more hands you shake, the more confident you get, and the easier wholesaling you get. If you get uncomfortable and more worked up and you avoid doing it, it becomes problematic and you won't succeed. You could call it sales mastery. I call it conversation mastery. If you learn how to build rapport correctly, frame the conversation, and let each conversation lead to an outcome, you will do really well in wholesaling. It's not your traditional sales course, and I want you to understand that. You will be uncomfortable. You need to walk them down a path and help them get to a decision. At the end, we're there to help them out. Understanding that process is super important. The guy who can sell the best is not the best person in wholesaling, because I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm going to be my authentic self. And I teach everyone you have to be yourself. If you're not yourself, you'll be so brutally uncomfortable, it'll seem fake. So if you've ever met someone you think's fake, typically everybody finds it out. And that's not going to be you in wholesaling. So repetition is the key when it comes to sales. We're particularly talking about the process. So every time you have an appointment, a phone call, you consistently go through a process. And when you do that, magical things happen. Now, I've given you a lot here, and I know I have. So go back and rewind it. But if you start from the stop, where you get your mind right, you get your marketing plan in place, you utilize the lists we teach you how to do, you pick your marketing medium, and then you figure out how to get that sales programming so you can have consistent conversations. All this does, you know what it does? An amazing thing happens. Your confidence gets validated, and once your confidence is validated by doing deals, you want to do it over and over and over again. I promise you, you will have obstacles in wholesaling. But guys, I don't want you to be average. You are not watching me right now to be average. If you're a 20-year-old starting out in 2022, you have to control your own world. You have to go all in wholesaling. And if you do exactly what I tell you, I can almost guarantee your outcome. But if you doubt yourself, you let naysayers get in your head and tell you what you can't do, guys, this business is actually simple. I think people are just really complicated, and that's the problem. Stop taking advice from everyone. Go get credible advice. Guys, go to freewholesaling.com, the only wholesaling course that teaches you from start to finish absolutely everything on how to do wholesaling with absolutely no cost involved. You got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, and whatever you are going to spend on wholesaling courses, now you have the money to spend on marketing, and you're going to put that in your marketing plan. So I've already given you a gift there. Guys, I don't want you to be average. You can go back and be average anytime you want. I want you to truly be great, and you're going to do what very few people have the guts to do. You're going to go out and you're going to fight for your financial freedom. And I guarantee you, if you stick to what I just taught you in wholesaling for 2022, you will have massive success. How do I know this? I've done it. Zach's done it. And I've taught thousands of other people to do it. You are no different than me, Zach, or anybody else on this planet. The only difference is you're trying to decide where to move forward. And I'm telling you right now, wholesaling is it. So, guys, do me a favor in the comments below. Let me know if you're committed to doing wholesaling. Is it age holding you back? Like, what is it? Is your parents holding you back? Guys, go all in. If you don't, you can still love your family and your parents. Just you need to alter your financial course. So if you want to come out just like they did, then do exactly what they did. If you want to change it and you want more money, you want more freedom, because freedom to me is more important than money, that will give you time. Get into wholesaling, guys. Get into wholesaling now. Get it started. Go to freewholesaling.com. Guys, this is Rick with Flip with Rick. To continue to receive the absolute best free wholesaling information on the internet today, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, share this video with someone you think that would benefit from it. Guys, this is Rick in with Flip with Rick, and I'll see you in the next video.